This is Stacy Tonkin with the Billiard Channel and Inside Pool Magazine. We're doing the remastered match here of 2013 Derby City Classic Robb Saez versus Jesse Engel. Jesse is up 3 games right now. We're waiting to see Robb shoot. Jesse started off playing great. We're going to listen to some commentary from the original match, including a short interview or commentary from Max Eberle. So let's check that out and watch these great players.
Guys, we got a treat for you this morning, man. Just had somebody come in and sit down.
Nice of you to put it that way.
He is the man, the myth, the legend, Max Eberle.
Yo, what's going on, Matt?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, Jesse has been pretty much on fire here these first 3-4 games. Robb just got his first win in, but Jesse's looking really good.
How's he breaking?
He's breaking really nice. He's getting a ball.
Yeah, any breaking runs?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, it's kind of an accomplishment. I mean, you feel like it's like you've broken ran 3 racks if you'd breaking run 1 on the 10-footer.
You know, the first game he, I think he did a 3-10 combo, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Upstate Al, what's going on?
Just another reminder.
Commercial break.
Buyback window for round 2, 1 pocket closes at 11
Got my coffee.
a.m. today.
Yes.
That's the most important thing for me right
for the
now.
day. Was that before or after your fruit cup?
That's later. I had an oatmeal cookie.
Do so in the next 25 minutes, or you
I had
will
Fruit
not
Loops myself.
be back into the tournament.
The fruit here is pretty good, actually. It's fresh. Not bad for a $9 cup of fruit. That's how it should be. Should be.
I didn't want to guess the price, but.
And talk about early, making us play early. It's 10 o'clock matches here on these 10-foot tables. It's pretty early, you know, for most pool players.
Yeah, it's definitely early.
Now, I like morning matches. I feel I have an advantage in the morning because I play pretty good in the morning. So I feel like it actually gives me about a ball advantage, at least.
Nice.
So for me, I don't really mind that, as long as I got decent sleep and I got up a little bit early. How about you? Do you like playing in the morning?
Yeah, morning's good.
Yeah.
Morning's good. I usually am not quite the night owl as I once used to be. So.
Mm-hmm. That could be a night owl for sure, especially in Vegas.
Never been to Vegas. Never been.
Interesting place. Changed a lot in the last 20 years. Kept growing and growing. When I was there, Circus was a big deal. It's a casino. You know?
Nice. Yep.
And now you got the City Center, MGM, Bellagio. I mean, all these crazy big casinos. Paris.
Yeah, it's definitely a hopping area. I was just talking to Rodney Morris last night, so I got to pick up a package for him, but he's out in Vegas now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell him I'm going to see him this summer when I make it out there.
Yeah, he's been practicing on the 10-foot table over at Best Billiards. They moved it over into the private room. It's a Italian table, Ermelin.
Nice.
It's the only one in the world 10-foot table because they make billiard tables. So they converted a billiard table into a pool table.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Is that where you play?
Yeah, most of the time Best Billiards, sometimes Q Club. Once in a while Pool Sharks.
So you put a lot of time in on 10-foot recently then?
More so a few months ago, actually. I did in the last few days, yeah.
Nice.
But I have a diamond at my house. And that's where I make videos for the Pro Pool Academy and stuff. Also at Best Billiards. Diamond. ProPoolAcademy.com. Asks Alvin.
Learn to play right there.
All right, so let's see the break. Nice
Yes.
cue ball control. Makes a ball. And Look at this. The one ball not
Two is
favorable.
going to get snuck under there.
Not favorable for a run out. So
Can't tell if he can get by the 8 or not. does
wait,
he?
no, I thought the 9 was the one. So looks, is that the 8 or the 7 up there in the corner?
That's the 7 right here.
Yeah, the 7. So he's got a 1-7 combo if he chooses. Which it's kind of hard not to take this. It's not a hanger combo. I mean, it's near the pocket, but look, it has to go good 7 inches into the pocket. So he's got to hit it real good if that's what he needs to do.
Looks like that's what he's lining up for.
Tell you what, he's a sharpshooter. He's a straight shooter. He's to me, he reminds me of a sniper with a rifle. You know what I mean?
One shot, one kill. He's
Good guy to
definitely
have.
like that now, man. One shot, one ball. He's working his way through every rack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, someone's asking me a question. Oh, yeah, this is a completely different brand table. It differs in every single way possible. These 10-foot table. The question is, how do these 10-footers differ from the one at Best Billiards? And I say in every single way possible. That one's kind of low to the table. Teated, the rails are high. It's made in Italy. It's 760 cloth. This is a diamond, a little bit higher, like an inch higher, 860, everything diamond. This, Hermano wouldn't want to hear me say it, the owner, but this is probably the best table in the world. These 10-foot diamond tables. Mainly because that was in the other Italian table was engineered for billiards. They don't really make 10-foot pool tables.
Oh, okay.
And the rails are higher and stuff. They do bank real nice. As do these, though. Okay, so he got through that combo. Now he's on the 6. Where's the
It looks
7?
like he's
There is no 7.
on the 2, and he's
Really?
hung up
Oh, yeah.
behind the 8.
Need to pay attention here. So he's
Got a
in
little funny.
spot here, huh? He's got to kick behind it, try to stick down there as much as he can, if that's possible, using the running English.
I was just about to ask, yeah.
Maybe he can get behind it enough to stick the cue ball. Now the thing about this shot, he left distance. So Robb has to come with this shot. The pockets play a little bigger when you're shooting down the rail like this, so he has kind of a margin for error. But he still has to come with this shot. It's not a hanger. So if he makes this, he's probably going to
He's
get out.
probably pretty much automatic position, right, after if he makes this.
Yeah. So these are missable though. These.
Oh, it's his long
Robb's
shot.
been hitting
yeah.
them pretty good, but still, he's coming from behind. This could be the whole match right here. Hit it good.
Got there.
Now this looks like a hanger on his 10-foot table though. That's over a foot long to the side pocket. I'm looking at the 6 anyway, so he's on the 4.
Yeah.
I thought that was 8. So, but you can't take anything for granted.
Yeah, this table will bite you.
All right, now see, because he's a little out of line, he might have to move the cue ball around like 10, 15 feet just to get shape on that 8. Well done.
He came with it.
Yep, that was a good shot.
Says, I ain't ready to go home.
Now the cue ball had to move a long way just to get where he is, perfect right there. So that was well done.
Good speed, yeah. Well, Max, what time you play today?
I play one pocket at noon, and I play this at 4
Nice.
over on the other side. Robb did pretty well in the banks. I think he was banking real well.
Yeah, I noticed him in the later rounds.
Well, that was kind of a big rack. I don't know how Jesse got out of line there, but that would have been better for him to be up 5-1 instead of 4-2. So Robb is right there in the match, or still in the mix. Basically, you need to take advantage of your opportunities, always. You know, as Nick Barner always said, I just want to take advantage of my opportunities. Nick's awesome.
Good old Nick Barner.
Miss him. He's probably going to be here. He usually shows up at some point. He's not playing as much as he used to, but he still has a pretty stroke. And if he wanted to play, I'm sure he could get out here and teach these boys a thing or two.
Oh, yeah. See if Robb can get his break going. During warm-ups, it just didn't look as sharp, but he's got a ball down.
Okay, so that's the one in the side, looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now here's a shot that would kind of be a hanger on a 9-foot table. This is kind of like a long shot, man, on this 10-foot table. Got to go all the way to the one. The one has to go a couple feet, 2.5 feet to the side at the funny angle.
Ooh,
See
good call,
what I mean,
Max.
right? You hit it a little harder, and you get more accuracy. You keep the ball in line, right? So anytime you do something funny like that, on that angle in the side, it's tough. This kind of makes pool like a putting green on a golf course. Just, you know, playing field's a lot bigger. So every putt, instead of like a little 2-foot tap in, now it's like a 3-foot, 5-foot, 8-foot putt.
Right, it's not a gimme no more.
Yeah. Banks are a lot of fun on these tables, playing banks.
Now, you think this is easier for banking?
No,
Okay.
not easier.
Just makes it more interesting, right?
Mm-hmm. Just because of the distance. But it's not tremendously harder. Good bank player can get up here and start firing balls in.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably playing shape on the 3-6 combo.
Yeah, that's what he looked like he was going for.
Now that's a shot on a 9-foot table where it's relatively routine to make that ball and have the cue ball come down on a perfect line that you want. But here, the added distance, you got to make the ball and you got to come on the line. It's not as easy.
It's very easy to misjudge, it
Yeah,
seems.
you can make the ball, be a little bit off on your line with the cue ball, and then look what happened right here, where he probably wouldn't do that 1 out of 50 on a 9-foot table. End up where he is right now.
Hey, what's up, Kenny Mascot?
Hanger combo on the 10. Look at this. Plays the double shot safety bank.
Nice.
And he ends up with a shot on the 5 in the side. I think he does. The small pocket coming in from this angle and he's shooting off the rail.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a clear path.
This is one of those that Jesse makes pretty well usually. I mean, anything requiring shot making, he's real sharp.
Split the wicket. Never a doubt.
Not bad. He hit it pretty soft too. Which is good. The tables are playing well. I mean, pool kind of sucks if you can't trust the table. If you can't slow roll certain balls like that because you don't trust it. It's not as fun. But when you have a table like this, it's level. Then you can you can take it to a whole nother level.
Nice. That's the quality of the diamond, man.
Yeah, I think it has more leveling points than any table in history, like their whole leveling system. Definitely the most technologically advanced table ever created in the universe is a diamond. It's made for players by players. Greg Sullivan actually used to be a great player. He doesn't play a lot anymore. I'm sure he still hits them pretty good. All right, now here's another, it's one tricky shot after the next, or just one bear down shot after the next on these tables.
Stay down all the way through it. He's a rock.
Yeah. A little bit more. Look at this.
And do you just float this in and take the long shot, or you try to move the ball
There's
around?
a good chance he'll do that. Yeah, it's a good question. Because, moving the ball around is a lot more on these tables. This one probably, snooker player would probably just roll it in. Jesse probably will too.
It just looks like he's got a much more greater chance of success if he just kind of rolls this in.
Took a lot more angle than if he rolled it. But he's away from the rail, which
He can.
maybe what he wanted.
It's not going to hurt his posture or anything. He's going to be able to get right in his stance and right in the line of the shot.
It's a big shot, 4-2 right now. Good shot, Jesse Engel.
5-2. Jesse's bringing it today.
Oh, we got a fan coming in to talk. Oh, you guys practicing? Oh, hey, what's going on? Hey.
Can I get a side action bet on this?
For those just joining us, we are here at the Derby City Classic 2013 Diamond Bigfoot 10-ball challenge. $50,000 added, $20,000 to the top prize. And the stream sponsors for this event are Simonis, Diamond Tables, OBQs, Kamui, the Bank Shot Calculator app, InsidePoolMag.com. The tournament director is Jay Helfert. My name is Max Eberly, and I'm here with Matt
Kelly.
Kelly, the machine gun.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly.
The man, the myth, the legend.
It's on your website,
And anybody who wants to learn to play better pool, go to ProPoolAcademy.com. That's my website. Alvin told me to mention it.
Definitely. You want to learn how to beat this guy, you better go there.
Oh, look at this. Okay. Flirted with scratching, but not quite.
So what are you looking for here, Max? You can see the one.
Oh, I'm looking to see if I should go for it, first of all. Can I hit the edge of it? Cut it in, and then that would be a pretty tough shot, and you got to get shape on the 2, so I might be looking at safety. Roll up, maybe behind the 6, or go in behind the 7. There you go.
Looks like he missed a 7, but he left a lot of distance.
Yeah, I don't think he was going for the 7. Yeah, so that was a good play.
You get the 10 though. The 10's hanging there in the pocket, so I don't think Jesse will have a problem hitting this, but
Yeah. The 10's in there. He can't really make it from that angle that he's at unless he hits it super thin. If he's coming in from the 1. Looks like he might have a gap between the 4 and 8. But it looks like he's aiming at the kick, though. Now, this is not called shot. This is like 9-ball.
oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No jump cues. But the 10-ball counts on the break.
And just the bottom 2 or anywhere?
Anywhere. If I were him, I'd hit this pretty hard. He did have a funny angle. The 3 was blocking him. He needed to draw that a little more. I think he was making a play at the 10 also. Well, Robb is vindicated with a good safety. Rewarded.
Ball in hand.
Yeah. Looks like he might be going for this.
Going for the cheese.
He's plucking.
Or can you think he might take that 1 off the 10?
I don't think so.
Oh, he had the angle.
Yeah.
Right in there. Robb closing the gap at 5-3.
That was probably a case of the 10-foot table getting Jesse there. Maybe he didn't hit the right speed to draw back into that 1 because of the distance that he
Because of
wasn't
the-
used to. He didn't know how it would react, probably. Probably the English died before he hit the rail, or the speed died.
Buyback window for round 2 closes in approximately 6 minutes.
Quick game
6
for Robb
minutes till the
Saez.
buyback window
Back in the match,
closes
5-3.
for round
And
2.
do
Breaking.
you look at those diamonds? Do you warm up with a couple kicks at all just to see how much the angle changes before you play on something like this?
No, yeah, that's a good idea. Not that I normally do that, but probably should. Good tip, man. Good tip. What happened, Matt?
Well, Robb scratched right in the side. Didn't hit it very good at all. And the 1 ball that he didn't want to make, he made it. Still some work to do here, though. We got a little package here clustered up. What's he doing here, Max?
Well, looks like it looks like he's going for the foul, the 3 foul. Just like Cosmo 8 on the chat was saying, try for 3 scratch. He's already got 1 foul that Robb committed. A nice little pocket here to hide the cue ball off the 1. And I think he pushed too much, pushed the 4, so he left it relatively easy. 1 rail kick. Would have been a great shot if he got up in there.
Yeah, very
But
good
now
shot.
It's too. This is. Robb will probably hit this. And he hit it with plan in mind. It was good. Left not quite enough on the 1. Not quite enough purchase to make it, I think.
Yeah, it looks like he might be able to just to hit that.
Here's where you go for the 10 ball. You hit with inside real thin, and then you play 1 rail into the 10. I'm just really just kidding, because that's pretty tough. It's a possibility.
Swing for the fences,
Maybe
right?
he can see this ball. Looks like he tried a masse almost, like a flat I say, or he was trying that.
Now that's going to tuck right in there.
Look at this. Now this is a little bit harder to hit with all the distance. I figure Robb to hit it because it's pretty. It's a good one rail kick off of this right-hand side rail.
A little bit of draw maybe with it.
This might be a little tougher the way he's doing. They're both doable. Yeah, see how the ball stretches out? I think it's easier to read on a shallower angle. It stretches out even more sometimes, but it's I like reading it from the other way. But you got to play that curve. Anybody trying to hit those kicks, you either got to keep your angle. He needed to hit the ball harder or more in the center, or play the curve and actually aim to hit it short and let it bend longer.
Nice.
Which he was probably doing, but he'd barely miss it.
It's a free tip for all you streamers out there. Kicking concepts with Max. There you go, man.
Kick like a mule, better yet, kick like Grady Matthews. Grady was the man. Passed away this past year, 2012.
Yes.
Kind of a shocker, really. So, 'cause he's always around. It's always good to have Grady around. He's probably here now watching somewhere.
Fraught with peril.
Well, man, I like shooting the combo and running the table from here. I think Jesse's had enough of these safeties. He's going to go for the run out. It's hard to play position on this. Yeah. Well, that was risky. Yeah. Alvin said trying to do too much. That was a bonus ball shot.
That's a bonus ball shot.
Targeting the 4. The purple 4.
That would have been 2 points, right?
Is it?
No, it's the black ball.
Yeah.
Black ball's 2 points.
Or 3. Black's 3. Purple's 1. Orange is 2.
Okay.
Black is 2.
Yeah. Well, Rob's got an opportunity to get one game closer.
Well, you know what? The main thing here is can he pull across beyond the side pocket and not scratch?
Okay.
That's the main thing because he's kind of a severe angle. So he's a little bit in danger of scratching here. Unless he's doing a bank. It's hard to see how he's lining this up. Look at this. That's how good he's banking, but look. Yeah, he had too much angle. He needed to look at that more. But the problem was, if he pulled that to be straighter on the 2, then he couldn't reach the shot because of the 10-foot table. He'd have to pull out the bridge or something, right? So another thing that makes these tables real hard. You got to change your position route. Now he changed his whole plan because of it.
Yeah, he's kicking now.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if he makes it. He's going to swing at this. Good attempt.
He didn't give up a gimme.
It's kind of a tricky safety. You can't just roll behind the 4. You could probably put extreme left spin, and it might be able to get down in behind there, but it's still tricky. So he just went that way.
Came off
That's
the
good.
other side. Yeah.
A lot of distance. That means a lot more on these 10-foot tables. It's a pretty good safety in 9-ball and 9-foot tables, but on this table it means a lot more. It's like a snooker safety on that 12-foot table.
Can he get this cue ball over there behind the 6? An 8?
I don't know.
You went the other way. Put the 3 over there. It's a good shot.
Yeah,
Good shot.
it's a good shot. I think he can get behind it though. He might be able to stick the cue ball, get the 3 out of there, and bank the 3 back up towards the 10, a couple rails, and hold the cue ball behind the 8. Maybe. Maybe not. He might actually be able to make the 3 also. Yeah, someone's asking about it. Are there pool academies to teach you how to play? Yeah, I have a 5-level facility in Las Vegas. Come on out. No, it's a membership website. So, okay. What do you do, Matt?
Well, he kicked, and he didn't get safe.
What did he do? Kick on the side rail or on the bottom rail?
He kicked. I think he kicked the top rail up.
Mm-hmm. Regular pool. Somebody's asking me. Okay, here's a little
Alright.
tester right here. We got to draw back.
I think the 4's in the upper corner, so it looks like it's.
Oh, he didn't draw back. Yeah, that was good. Just floated it.
Yeah.
With a, what do you call that? A drag draw.
Drag shot.
Yeah,
Draw
drag.
shot.
Yeah. Put draw English, but let the English die before it hits the ball, and then starts rolling before it hits the object ball. It's a good shot. It allows you to hit the ball harder, but still get like a roll effect.
Just come right out here for the 5.
You know what? That's probably going to be a pretty big shot on these 10-foot tables. The drag.
Just be able to float a couple in.
Mm-hmm. These guys are playing for $20,000, by the way. This is single elimination, and they're not in the money until you have to win 2 matches to get in the money, $2,500. But the winner gets $20,000. So this may as well be a $20,000 match, right?
Might as well.
You know what I mean? At
Each
10 in the
ball.
morning.
All right, the buyback window is now closed. Too late.
It's a little tricky here. It looks like he might. What is that? The 8 ball he might hit. Yeah, that's the 8.
Might be looking at a 3 cushion route. Land between the 7 and 8 on the 6. Maybe even 5 rails. Uh-oh. I think he was going for the first shot, the 3 cushion, but hit the ball a little thin.
Probably got a little fortunate at
No,
2
this-
railed out of there.
The shot he just made on the 5 was a lot tougher than it looked on these 10-foot tables. You know, it's not. These guys aren't just jumping up firing these balls in.
No, he
Even if they
definitely took
are,
his time.
They're harder than the 9-foot table. Yeah, he took his time. So.
And hopefully he gets rewarded for his safety play.
No jump cues allowed, but you can use
You
your
sad
break
about
cue.
that, Max?
No, because I don't have a jump cue. I had a Peach Hour jump cue. Peach Hour is my cue sponsor, and I've had a couple of them, but I keep like leaving them around. It's a bad habit. I forget them. They're so small, and they disappear on me.
What's this? Huh? You're often a reward found?
They do make a nice jump cue. All right, Look at this. Yeah. Wow. That's it went from being tough long shot to being a hanger.
Yeah, and he's got the 7 right there. So
There's another one that's a lot trickier on the 10-foot table. To get the right angle on the 7.
looks like he did pretty well with that. Draw back a little bit for the 8.
Well, Robb has some momentum going his way at the moment. He's gonna, if he runs out here, close it to within 1 game.
Did you notice they're both wearing purple shirts?
What does it mean?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Oh.
Yeah, that was close.
And inside, 10 in the corner.
$20,000.
On the line. That'd be sweet, wouldn't it?
I remember back in the 80s, I was watching Resorts International Tournament 9-ball Open, the Siegel one, for $40,000. Remember the announcer was like, $40,000 on the line. I was like, ooh, Mike Siegel.
Ooh. That's a good payday though. 20,000.
Yeah, no, 20 is good, and this is not even on ESPN.
Right.
This is InsidePool.tv.
Inside Pool.
Inside Pool. Lighting brought to you by Alvin Nelson. Lighting and setup.
You like the lighting?
Lighting's great.
When you were playing?
Yeah, when I'm playing, it's great. Alvin's asking me if I liked it, and the answer is yes.
J.R. Calvert, too, is fast asleep.
J.R. Calvert is resting the brain.
Seen John Moore run a 5-pack on this table last night.
Break and run 5.
Yeah, break and run 5.
That's impressive.
That's the biggest package I've seen so far.
That is impressive. On 10-ball?
Yes, 10 ball. He's playing. He was playing Oscar Dominguez
For money?
Yeah, they were playing 7 ahead. He ran 5, and then he got the next game, and then Oscar missed like on the 9, and it was over.
Are you serious? Wow. That's enough to put almost anybody in a coma.
Yeah, John said that had been the most he'd ever ran.
Yeah. How many peanuts were they playing for?
Hey, this thing was a couple chickens.
How many gift certificates?
It was for the
Coupons.
Paula Deen buffet. Yeah, Robb's
Okay.
not breaking really well.
Well,
That's his second scratch on the break, guys.
that could keep Jesse in the match if he runs out here. I mean, not keep him in the match. He's obviously in the lead, but psychological advantage.
Right.
You know, it could mean the difference between winning 11
Well, he would have the
7
momentum.
or
He'd have the
losing
momentum.
11 to 6, you know? Yeah.
And who do you play today?
I play Jason Shaw.
Get him, Max. Get him.
Yeah, I think Max got that all day. There we go.
Thanks, Alvin. Nice hit.
Yeah, Alvin's just giving Max a little pep talk for his game later.
Jesse Engel, we're on the same bonus ball team, actually. It's with Holman and Suke.
Mm-hmm.
But we both, so they're German, and we both have German last names. So we're like the Minnesota Germans.
The Minnesota Germans.
But I looked up his name on the internet, Engel. It's a German name, and they actually named England. They went over and conquered it, and then named it. So it's his ancestors. England is named after German conquerors. But he didn't know that. I told Jesse about it.
Of course he didn't know that.
Well, Jesse just made a crucial error. He scratched.
Robb has an interesting way of getting down on a shot. If you look, almost every single shot, he's way over on the left
Right.
side of the cue ball.
I noticed that.
If you ask him about it, he'll just like smile and go, "Oh, I don't know. That's just how I do it, you know." And it's like, but he comes through the shot real well. It's pretty amazing though. I guess you do something over and over, and you can perfect it.
Like aiming an inch over to the left and somehow coming right down the center.
Right? Yeah, pay attention when he's shooting. Watch how he's always on the left.
Can you float this 4 and still get good on the 4? Or I mean the 3 and then get good on the 4?
Probably. I think the 4 goes also behind the 5 if he wants to pull over for the 4. Or he could go over to the side and back out and shoot the 4 in the right pocket like that.
There you go. This is awesome. I'm in the booth with Max Eberly. Calling every shot.
Pleasure to be here with you. It's fun. Morning pool. Well, it's going to tie it up if he runs out here, right? 5-5?
Mm-hmm. 5-5.
Rob's experience, man. Rob's experience is so strong. It's so critical. We were talking about this at the beginning of the match. Machine gun and myself. That's where Jesse's a great young shooter, but Rob's got that.
Rob's had a lot of tough matches. You know, he's been here before.
He's come back from the dead many times. Live.
Yep. He had a good year. I think last year, the year before, he almost won that tournament over in King of Prussia. He got second to Suke. Beat Shane Van Boning a couple times. This definitely qualifies as a major title, even though it's not like a huge tournament with 64, 128 players. But because of the money, because of the field, this would be like a pretty major win for anybody.
Yep, some of the best players in the world in this.
And the 10-foot table aspect.
Makes it that much sweeter, don't it?
Bearing down every single shot. Now this is a straight in shot, right? But look, this is probably a 6-foot shot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to hit this good. Looks like he might try to get back for the side. Draw back with good speed,
call.
which he did. You know, he bared down properly on that. Took his time.
Going to be a good finish to tie it up 5-5.
If you ever hang out with Rob, if he sees the number 8 anywhere, he's like, "Oh look, 8. Oh 8." It's like his tagline is "Life is good." OTJ means on the job. And 8.
He's got an 8 gold necklace or platinum, maybe gold. I don't know.
8.
LIG, life is good. Number 8.
Right.
How you doing, man? 5-5.
Well. Well, I think I'm gonna get up and get ready for my one pocket match.
Man, I hope you crush it out there.
Thanks.
It's been an awesome time in the
Been a
booth
pleasure,
with you,
man.
Max,
Thanks.
man.
Same here. Gonna hand it over to.
Max is out, guys. He's got to go play, man. That's what the pool players do. He's got it.
He's hanging strong. Thanks. Machine gun's hanging strong.
Let Max.
Coming back in. Thanks a lot, Max. ProPoolAcademy.com. Check out Max's boot camp. He'll be back with us. Don't worry, he's working hard. He's one of the inside pool boys. Definitely represents the brand. Thanks a lot, Dan, for joining us.
Wow, looks like
And Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, happy to be here, man. Thanks for asking.
Derby City Classic 2013 live.
Looks like
Robb's come back. 5-5.
5-5. Yeah, Dana. He's been having some problems with the brake, though. He's scratched his last 2 times. Looks like this time he came up dry, it appears. But he didn't scratch.
That's good.
So he's moving up a little bit.
Got some bad news in our sweat bet.
Uh-oh.
It's off. They don't play today.
No, they don't?
No, that was when Louis played Brian in the bank and beat him. Brian played some guy named Shannon Murphy and beat him this morning playing one pocket.
Oh, he played Shannon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shannon Murphy's a good banker, man.
Yeah,
From
I know
Cincinnati.
who he is.
Some guy.
Some guy.
It's this guy. You know, some Shannon. Bank's pretty good. Well,
If you want to
shoot.
have a kid to play good, you might want to name Shannon. 'Cause there's a couple of Shannons down here that play pretty good.
Yeah, maybe I just read it wrong.
No problem. If we get a Louisville Indianapolis match,
That's right.
we can make a sweat bet.
We
you
can
and I.
make something happen.
Right. As long as it's not Brian Roberts.
I like Brian.
That's
Good
what I'm
guy.
saying. I'm just saying. He's not too competitive these days, but he's got the prettiest stroke in pool, probably.
Yeah, definitely a great guy. Played a lot with him.
If anybody out there's ever in Louisville and wants some pool products, they should go by at Route 66 and check out Brian's place.
Yeah, I just had him put new Kamui tip
Right.
on my queue. So
Right down the road from his place used to be a place called Louis, I believe. Did you ever play there?
no.
Have you heard of it?
Bank Shot's the one that I'm more familiar with. That's the bigger.
Oh.
I've never heard of the Louis though. But I'm relatively new to the pool scene, just a few
Right.
years.
So you never saw Parkmore then either?
The what?
Parkmore?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, we're at 5-5, so we're definitely in the meat of things now. These guys are going to have to bring it every game. They get that much closer to winning. $20,000.
4 matches.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like this tournament? $1,000 entry. You win 2 matches
2,500.
in your head. All you got to do is beat the toughest killers
In the world.
in the world. That's all.
No
Just
big
2 of
deal.
them.
Just 2 of them.
Beat 2 of them, and you're even. You're ahead. 2 to
Yeah.
1 on your money, really. 2.5 to 1. 10-foot table does is it exaggerates the deficiencies in your setup. It's going to separate these pros from the champions from the pros. Every little issue is going to really magnify it.
Yeah, and I like that shot there. You know, he knew it was a tough shot. And he just put us a lot of distance in between them.
He did, but he'll hit this ball. It's close to the rail. He might make the 10 ball here. What do you think of that? I think that's what he was looking at.
It looks like he's thinking he can come off of that and get that 10, yeah.
He's going to come off the rail, clip that deuce, hit the end rail, and hit the 10 coming, and the cue ball's going to go up table. That's what he's going for anyway. Oh, that worked
He had
out
it
good,
pretty
though.
full.
Oh.
It's not an easy shot. This is definitely a long shot here.
Mm-hmm. That's the 3 right near by the cue ball, though, right?
Yes.
I wonder if we can make that full screen. I tried.
Yeah. Grab the dough. We don't know none of the other scores. There's only 4 matches going on right now. I think Boosties is later on today at probably 2 or 4, something like that. He's definitely bearing down on this.
He hit that side rail and got lucky to make
Wow.
that ball, man. These pockets are maybe a notch under 4.5 inches, but 2 balls will fit if you push them past the points. But there's no gap. Pretty tight pockets.
That was a pretty nice shot. Got him right back in line for the 4. Looks like he can just make this and float right down for the 5, right?
Without doubt, yeah. He's looking really good to get out here, actually. Try not to go past the 5. I think he'd like to be above it so he can hit that in rail, 2 rail back up to the middle for the 6. I don't know about this.
It's like Max was saying earlier, man. It's not a gimme.
What was he going to do on the 5 anyway?
Yeah. I think he
I thought
thought
he-
he was going to come down in between the 9. You know, on the other side of the 9. Jesse's definitely going to take advantage of this.
I know how to change the score. 5-5.
Oh, Jesse. Looks like he can still see it. But he clipped that 9 coming off the rail. Definitely not where he wanted to be. Looks like he still might be able to make this shot, though. Fired it in. Think about
With
that,
authority.
Dana. Split the wicket. We're like 20 feet away from the table, and I could hear that thing go in like a cannon, man. Oh, there's another one. Jesse's saying right now, don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone.
Got a bit of a tester here.
Looks like he came up a little short, but
He is, he's only, his leg's in his way too, you know.
mm-hmm.
There's a good side and a bad side for you shooting in the corner pocket. He's on the tougher side.
And he missed
Oh
it, man.
my, all that work. All that work. What does that do to you mentally?
It's gotta dampen his spirits a little bit.
I don't know,
5-5, you know.
to say the least. Maybe we can get Alvin to make a round and to find all the scores so we can announce it. He's not doing anything.
Well, Robb got a
Robb
gift
got
there,
out.
guys, to take the lead. Robb got out. Nice
He
out.
got out with a 10 ball hanging in the corner.
I was a little nervous, though, you know.
Yeah. Let's see how hard he hits it and how square he hits it.
He's had real bad luck on these breaks, man.
How hard's he hitting them?
He's hitting them pretty solid, but he's
He might need to
scratched
take a
twice,
little bit off that.
dry a couple times.
I don't think dry is a bad thing. What I think's bad is the scratch.
Yeah, I don't think he's really hitting them as square as he thought he was.
Let's watch where the cue ball comes off the 1, which way it's going. It should come back in the middle 2 diamonds between the pockets. If it's outside those middle 2 diamonds, you're not very square.
Look at him, how he lines up.
Very Shane-like, trying to emulate him. Look at that. That was not very square. He missed it to his right. That is what after watching Shane break quite a bit over the years, and I think that's his biggest thing. It's not the force, it's the squareness.
And then dead on accuracy.
Dead on accuracy. He's sitting over there taking a break, Shane is. Looking down from above, just relaxing. Wondering who he's going to relieve of some of their funds later. He's been in pretty serious action since he's been here, and I haven't seen him book a loser yet. Not saying I know everything he's done. All he does is give up the nuts and outrun it.
Yeah.
That's the Shane plan. What do you need?
What do you need?
He can't beat me with that. Let's play.
He let you pick out what you want to get beat with.
Yeah. If you want to keep your money, don't talk to Shane.
Oh, man. He's totally upset with himself right now.
I really believe that's an unforced error.
You
know what I
called
mean?
it. You called it.
There's a lot of places you can go with the ball on this table. And there's no reason to go that deep into the corner. See, I don't like this. 2 balls down here, right?
Yep.
I think he should shoot at the long shot and roll it.
It looks like he's wanting to draw into that rail.
Yeah, he's wanting to draw.
He could come up short. He hit it good.
He hit it great. That's why I've got a microphone on and he's got a pull stick.
Exactly.
But I would say for people out there.
I don't miss a shot from the booth.
No, I know, but I'm just saying a good rule of thumb is if you got ball in hand, start out with a stop or a rolling shot. If you're always starting out with a draw shot, you're probably not playing the easiest position.
Free tip for you back home.
These tips are brought to you by Inside Pool
Live.
at the Derby.
Can't do it as well as Alvin, but we aim to please here.
We need to talk to him about getting some sound bites and a button so we can just fire the Alvin live when we want it.
That's all we have.
Throw it into the mixer.
Live.
Coming back from the dead, live.
I think Alvin has a lot in common with Energizer Bunny because he's go, go, go down here. I'm not even sure they should buy him a room. He doesn't need a room.
I stay in the girls' rooms. Wow.
He knows the plan. The man with the plan.
I seen a couple of tables going last night with women playing on it and action at both tables.
Nice.
So the women are playing at the Derby. So
For all you women out there that want to get in action, come on down.
just to let you know, both women were gambling with men and holding their own, it looked like.
They hit that one good.
Some lady dressed in black. Tall and Slinky was one of them.
Tall and slinker. Slinker.
Yeah.
Slightly funny angle here on this 8.
I was going to say the same thing, Kelly. But the other thing is that 9 would be somewhat guarded by the 10 if you're on the far side. I mean, on the right side rail, and this 10-footer that opens up. I think he's going to go 3 rails around and just try to get over by the 2 diamond right there, right where he put his stick. On an 8-footer, a bar table, those balls relative to the pockets, that would be a tight area here.
Exactly. He's got to move.
There's
He can move it. I thought he might clip that, but he did okay.
See, the constant pressure of being on the rail and just getting just a little funny. We'll see how he does here.
You clip this 9 and come out for the 10 in the same corner, or you try to hold it?
We'll see what he does. Ooh. Now he's got to reach this
I
shit.
thought he might come out a little bit wider, but
Now he's got to reach this shit.
definitely.
On a bar table, on a 9-footer.
And he's really stretching. This is below the center, so look at that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not as bad as I thought. I'm left-handed, so I was thinking it the other way.
Well, that time he split it.
Wow.
All right, guys. Jesse bringing it back to tie it again. He's not done yet.
Looks like a foot race. All the way to the finish. We're racing to 5 for 20,000.
Pretty much. That's the way you got to look at it now.
We're really racing to 5 to be out of the 20,000, I guess is what it is. 'Cause the winner is not there yet.
Nope.
Let's watch this squareness.
Yeah, he's been hitting him. He's been breaking well. Jesse has been breaking well.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for part 3 of Robb Saez versus Jesse Engel at the Bigfoot 10-Ball Derby City Classic 2013.